Okay, so once you are done with all the modeling of the box, and you did all the toolpath here accordingly, and you basically synchronized to rapid, and you made sure you synchronized, and you can just check if it is playing properly. So yes, it is playing properly. So now the next step will be we want to do a quick rapid programming, and no, we want to do the similar thing, or maybe we want to do a little more. For an example, in the here what it is doing, once we are playing, it is basically going there and it is picking the object, it is going back to the home and placing it to a placing position. But if I ask the system, again going back to the placing position and picking the object and going back to home, and again it is basically placing back to the place it picked from, right? So first of all, we will do the first set of movement, and then we will add more code, and we will see if we can basically bring the object back from this position to that position. And maybe at the end, we will try to make a for loop so that we can get a repetitive picking and placing, and picking from here and placing there, that kind of thing. Okay, so now we are under the rapid tab, and if we go to uh, path 10, then we will see that is the code basically generated by rapid synchronization. And here you are seeing like we have another set of code where we can write our own code. So maybe for now, what I'm going to do, maybe I'm just going to take honestly the whole code from here. I'm just doing maybe Control X and Control V here. And I don't know, maybe I can remove this one from there. I want to do the double click, and let's put them side by side so that I can see it. Let's see, okay. Now, if I go to apply, I will see this one will be green color. And if I start again, let's see what it is doing. Yes, so basically it is still working. So I'm just putting it back. And yeah, it looks like it is showing object 2 though, so then maybe I can make it invisible for now so that I can use the other one. Okay, now, so you see what is happening here. So maybe I can write something like this. Let's say home, right? And then I can say maybe home to pick position. So basically, up to that, it was home to pick position, right? And maybe I can copy this one. I can say again home. Uh, let's see. And maybe here I can say uh, maybe pick position to home, something like this. Oh no, basically this one is pick position to home. Uh, Pick position to home. And then again home to maybe place position. Place position, and the last one is maybe place position to home, right? Place position to home. Place position to home. Okay, I did a lot of changes, but I didn't do any kind of changes in the code, so it should still work. So why don't I go to Rapid and I apply, and I just want to see I didn't change anything. So it should work. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, it looks like since I'm using the code every time it is showing whatever the item is there. So I'm making it invisible now. Okay, so now what I told you, what I want to do once I'm placing it here and my tool is going back to home, I will bring my tool back here and it will pick the object from here, it will go home and it will place to the position it was before. Okay, so to do that, what can I do? Like we're here, then maybe we will take this one, Control C, Control V, right? But this time we would need to make sure this is basically we would need to change this one, right? It will come back to upper of object 2 and object 2, right? And wait time is there, it should be here, then it should again go back to I think I can say this one, peak position to home, right? Peak position to home, and so basically it is at the home position now. Now maybe I can bring this one here, home to place position, home to place position. But you are understanding like it should be like 1 and 1, and it should come back to the home again. I don't know if it will work, but we can definitely try, right? So let's go again back to the rapid and apply. We got a green color, which is good. And yeah, let's see if it works. So it is going there, coming back to home, placing, going back, coming back, and it's going there and placing there. So yeah, it looks like it is working. So honestly, this is going to be your another lab. I'm going to change the speed and the zone so that you can make it. So maybe in the next step, I will discuss how can we make a repetitive picking and placing cycle. Okay, now let's discuss about repeating the pick and place a couple of time, or maybe the number of user defined time. For an example, to do that thing, we need to use a for loop here. And let's see what are the changes we would need to do to include the for loop in our code. So first thing first, we would need to define a Boolean changes, like maybe we can write constant and then I can say logical value, atomic type, maybe Boolean, and then let's define it, change W, and the number is true here. So we got that thing, and then we would need to make this one as a function. It can be maybe move box, and inside we can say this one, like the total piece. I can just control C and control V here, and we need to make like a for loop here. We can say maybe another procedure with main and open close, we can say, and procedure, and let's do the for, double click one tab, then it will give you, it will mm, look for the ID. I'm using maybe Y as an ID, and let's I will repeat 3 times. So I'm using from 0 to 2 because it is 3 times, right? And do, and here basically we would need to call that function, which is, you see the move box is here because I have created that one. And the change will be basically change of the location, right? And we need to close it with the semicolon. So the good thing is that I didn't change a lot of things. Whatever the changes I would need to do, I can do in my function. And by using the for loop, I just can just repeat it, repetitively use that function. I know you can embed the whole thing into a for loop, but I figured it is always nice making the function separately, and you can call them using the for loop. So now I would need to go and apply to all, and I would need to see if it is working. I think I'm going to do 3 times, so 0 to 2, and let's play and let's see what is happening. So yeah, it is coming, it is putting there, going back. Okay. So it is repetitively picking and placing, which is obvious. I'm seeing that piece, but I'm pretty sure you are seeing one changes here. For an example, if I go on the top view, you will see basically the location of this object got changed a lot. And the reason is after just putting it back, or after like yeah, after putting it back, it is right away coming back to the home, and that's why it is basically dragging the object. If you can remember in the practical lab, you use some waiting time at the beginning, which is good, but we would also need to let's use some wait time at the end so that it is not dragging right away, and we want to see if we get like the specific location of the object it was picked from. So I'm doing Control G, and I would need to make sure from home position I'm making it invisible. Now, as I told you, maybe I'm going to use a couple of wait time. Maybe I can make one wait time here. I don't know, some maybe zero point 0.5 seconds. And I want to make one more wait time after that one, maybe after picking and placing, all picking and placing, and maybe for the home one, I'm just making the wait time little less, maybe zero point 0.5 seconds. And I want to see from top view this time if it is really not changing the location of the peak place, right? So I did a lot of changes in the code. I want to make sure I am applying them. And now maybe I can go to the top view to see if I'm getting the perfect location all the time. So I'm just playing. This is going back. Okay, it is coming here, waiting. It is again waiting, going back, coming, waiting. And it is going back to home. And you see this time basically it is really not changing the location of the object it was before. So I hope that kind of discussion will help you when you will basically plan your code. And sometime you can think, oh, okay, what are the reasons? Like every time the tool is hitting some areas or some constraint, I'm pretty sure by now you're understanding after picking or after placing what is happening. Basically, it is kind of dragging. So you need to make sure it is not dragging. Okay. So I hope this helps.